So today we have two news stories, and both of them are pretty interesting. First off, we have another story related to Elon Musk. It seems he is in every one of my videos now. If you have watched my previous videos, he has done some weird stuff over a very short period of time. And today is no different. The comment he made for GTA games was one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard any human make. Some people hate GTA while some love it. It's like any normal thing. A game may not be for everyone, but what he said was so hilarious that it actually made me laugh out loud. And the next story is like it's been plucked straight from a thriller novel. I was instantly drawn towards it like a moth is drawn towards light. A man lived a whole new life that not even his daughter knew. And when he told her, the reaction was shocking. So stick around for that one. I'm sure you will love it. Now let's start with our first one. The first story of today is about Elon Musk. He's getting more and more involved in scandals, dramas, and controversies than even Kanye West in his prime days. Every day there is a new story that involves either him or Twitter in one way or another. As we all know, Rockstar released its first trailer for GTA or Grand Theft Auto 6. It broke records. I mean, in just a few minutes, it got over a million likes. The view counter was a little buggy for me, so I couldn't read what the actual view count was. But now we all know that it broke MrBeast's record for most views for a non-music video in 24 hours. Before, it was one of MrBeast's video which had over 50 million views in one day. That in and of itself is a very big number. In fact, 4 of the 5 top viewed videos were of MrBeast before this trailer. But let me tell you, this trailer from Rockstar not only broke the record, it smashed it out of the park. It broke the record in less than 10 hours. And in 24 hours, it got over 90 million views. That is crazy. People were thinking that it could even break the most viewed video in 24 hours, which was the music video of Butter by BTS. That video, if I'm not wrong, got over 108 million views in 28 hours. It was very close. That's how many people were waiting for some kind of announcement for this game. Unfortunately, it will be coming out in 2025 and only for consoles. So it's a bad time to be a PC player, I guess. But that's not the only crazy story related to Rockstar's GTA 6 release trailer. So a Twitter post said that this is the list of GTAs I have not played yet, and then he lists all the GTAs, which is fine. If you don't like a game, there's nothing wrong with it. Now the funny part is what Elon Musk replied to that post. He said, and I quote, "Tried, but I don't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it. So in a game where there is crime in the name itself, you didn't like doing crime." I mean, I've heard many complaints about this game, but somehow this one made me laugh the most. And the best part is, Elon calls other people soft for not liking this, or soft for not standing up for that. And now he couldn't shoot an NPC in a game. People were like, what am I reading? It's just pixels, bro. You are the kind of guy who would stop at a red light in a street racing game. I mean, I was just scrolling through the comments and just laughing. But then I found this comment which read, "I'm glad shooting cops in Cyberpunk 2077 is optional. Never finished GTA 5. I thought maybe this is an employee of Twitter and is just sucking Elon for some extra bonus. You know, keep yourself in the good books of your boss." But then there was a community post for his comment, and that was the best post I've ever read. It said, "Ian Miles has written up to 255 GameRanks articles covering GTA 5, including descriptions of personally killing or evading police in game's single-player mode." You can't make this up. Elon may be some weird guy, but the addition of the community post is the best decision he ever made for Twitter. And that also proves my theory for sucking up to Elon Musk. He may not be working at Twitter, but he still wanted to be in his good books. If you like this story and want to hear more like this, hit that subscribe button. We are only 7 away from 50 subs now. Moving on to our second story. This one is a banger. After living a full life, a father on his deathbed wanted to talk to his daughter, whom he loved very much. But everything was about to change that day. What he was about to tell her would shock her. So in August 2021, Thomas Randall called his daughter, Ashley Randall, with whom he wanted to talk about a very serious topic. He was dying with lung cancer and wanted to reveal his darkest secret to his daughter before dying. So he told Ashley that he was not the man she believed him to be. To Ashley, he was a simple man and a caring father. But when Thomas said that he was in fact a bank robber, Ashley simply could not believe it. Thomas said that around 50 years ago, when he was at the age of 20, he robbed a bank in Ohio. He robbed an amount of $215,000, which would be equivalent to $1.7 million today. Wow, that is not something you would want to hear as one of the last things your family member would say. Also, he told her that his real name was not even Thomas Randall. It was Theodore Conrad. He also implored Ashley to not look into the case. But as any young man and woman would do when told not to do something, she would Google Ted Conrad missing. She would find many articles about the bank robbery and think to herself, "Oh my god, that's my dad." She then told her mother about all of this and showed her the articles. She could not believe that the man whom she had known for 40 years had done something like this in the past. Ted Conrad lived in Massachusetts, the last part of his life. There, he was a father who worked as a car salesman and a country golf club pro. He would attend his daughter's soccer games, arriving in a fancy sports car, and watched a lot of NCIS. But back in Cleveland, he was a devious bank robber who successfully attempted one of the biggest heists in Ohio's history. In some articles, it showed that a father-son pair of US Marshals made it their life's mission to find the culprit. Ashley told all of that to her father. She also told him that the police and the US Marshals are still looking for him. The way he robbed the bank is also unbelievable. Not in the sense like there were full gang members, helicopters above, massive car chases and things like that. Conrad showed up for work as a teller in the Society National Bank in Cleveland on July 11, 1969. It was his birthday, so during his break, he brought a bottle of whiskey and a pack of cigarettes. And then at the end of the day, he quietly went into the vault, stuffed $250,000 worth of cash into a paper bag, and just walked off like nothing happened. The bank realized that the money was stolen after 2 whole days. That's $1.7 million in today's money stolen, and the bank realizes that after 2 days. How did it even happen? Now, this at the time was one of the biggest robberies. He was a most wanted criminal appearing in posters all around the city and in true crime. So how was it that he could not be captured, even if he fled the city? Well, after about 2 weeks, the events of Apollo 11 happened. And that was one of the biggest milestones in human history. All the TV channels were covering that, and the news about a bank robber was buried in the dust. People forgot about Conrad, and he was able to get away. Ashley also says that whenever she and her father went outside, he would cover himself up with a coat and a hat. He said that the sun irritated his skin, but was most likely hiding, in case there was still someone looking for him. Authorities say that Conrad was very obsessed with the show The Thomas Crown Affair, a 1968 Steve McQueen film about a dashing millionaire businessman who robs a Boston bank for fun. Ashley even says that her dad was so much in love with that movie that he named himself Thomas as a tribute to the main character. Nonetheless, Conrad's family still loved him. He died after 2 months of revealing his secrets to his daughter. Ashley and her mother made a pact that they won't tell anyone about their father for 1 year, and then they would speak out. They were beaten to it by the authorities. After the death of Conrad, someone sent the obituary to a crime reporter in Ohio, which led to a series of investigations, and finally in November 2021, investigators arrived at the doorsteps of Ashley's house. The investigators told the family that they won't be charged. Ashley spoke to various media and even made a whole podcast which discusses the events of her father as Theodore Conrad and Thomas Randall, how they overlap, and what caused her father to do such things. So that was the full story. It was so interesting to read about all the facts. You can listen to her podcast for more detailed information and all the little things she discovers. The name of it is Smokescreen, My Fugitive Dad. Anyway, that was the full story of Elon Musk and his funny comment and the thrilling story of a father and daughter. What do you think about the story? Do you think that the daughter did the right thing by making a podcast and revealing the whole story of her father? Or do you think she should have respected her dad's final wish? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed, hit the like and subscribe button as it helps me out a lot. If you want, you can watch some of my other videos as well. See you in the next one.